Now let's dive into the Saluki Radio Preview Part 2 between Northern Iowa and Southern Illinois. And Coach Watson, when we go back to game number one, first 15 to 17 minutes for Southern Illinois could have arguably been one of the best 15, 17-minute stretches of the season. Titan Anderson, since the last time we saw him, hit that game winner against Illinois State, which was big for the Panthers on the road to go on the road. We know how hard it is to win at CEFCU Arena. And he turned around and really dominated Evansville at home. Northern Iowa, after stumbling those two games in a row and Hudson being hurt in that stretch, no doubt played a factor, but Titan Anderson is the clear leader of this group.
No question. Fifth-year guy, as you talked about, and just how important he is with his skill is this. His skill is playing hard every single time he's out there, which leads me to believe he does it in practice. He does it in all the workouts and all that stuff. You know he's left-handed. You got to stop it. Southern did a great job for 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes, not so much. He was 6 of 7. All those came near the lane, near the rim. He's 3 for 3 at the free throw line. He will make you pay. He's got 10 rebounds to go along with those points. So he's a guy that hurts people in more ways than just making a couple buckets.
Trey Campbell, due to the injury to R.J. Taylor, he's been thrust into their point guard role. And, man, he has made that transition really seamless. In league play, Coach Watson, he's shooting 51% from three. And this isn't a guy that's just attempted 10 and he's made 5.
And he's shooting 40 inside the arc. Another area where Southern did a great job throughout the game. That was one thing that leaving that, Northern Iowa, that Southern did a really good job with Trey Campbell. A guy that shoots the ball incredibly well from distance. But when you make him put it on the floor and score in different ways, not nearly as comfortable, not nearly as effective, Southern's got to have another output like that.
Coach Watson, when you look at this game for SIU, what do the Salukis need to execute well, continue to build on to give themselves a chance to win and what would be its third win in a row, and no doubt it would be the biggest win of the year to this point for SIU?
Well, certainly they got to continue that defensive effort. They've got to really fight rebounding-wise, something they'll have to do every single game. And those two things fit hand in hand because then that will feed into pace that Southern likes to play with. But this game's probably going to be a lower pace game. And if it is, it's who knows, on the road for Northern Iowa, they like to play low pace anyway, but you just got to challenge shots and you got to really be physical with rebounding. Hudson is a big factor. Titan Anderson's going to get 17 points he averages in the league. He's probably going to get somewhere around there, but you got to try to limit a guy like Hudson, and then you got to limit his replacement, the guys that come in for these people. So you've got to really challenge hard, fight for rebounds. Like I talked about with Damian Mayo, when you get switched onto a bigger guy, you got to fight those guys, and we're starting to see more fight in this Saluki team, and it's going to take a full-fledged effort.
6 p.m. Central will be tip-off on Saturday night inside Banterra Center, which means our radio coverage will begin at 5 o'clock across the Saluki Radio Network. We look forward to talking to you all tomorrow from Banterra Center, Saluki Nation. For the coach, Rodney Watson, I am Luke Martin. Let's get a win on Saturday night inside Banterra Center. Go Dogs!